Hibs and Celtic out of action in the Scottish FA Cup. It was up to Rangers to see if they could extend their lead at the top of the table. Did they do just that? We'll take a little look. Show today. We take a look at match day number 1. Is it 14 and the Scottish Premiership? We'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you banging today with all things Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here. Scottish Premiership under one roof ski. Oh yes, of course it was a bit of a hokey pokey weekend and the Scottish Premiership. Just 3 games, and we'll tell you what happened with those 3 games in a minute. Because I want a big shout out to the Patreon gang. You know who you are. Yeah. We have actually been busy on the old Patreon gang quite recently, so I think we have actually had 5, probably since the last time that we saw each other. So a big shout out to these new 5 members to the Patreon gang. So big shout out, Ahmed Sochi, one of the latest members of the Patreon gang. So kudos to you. Miles Austin, welcome to the Patreon gang as well. Welcome. He also joined over the weekend. And also Shane O'Donnell as well. Welcome to the gang. So that made 3. But in the past 24 hours, of course, what is it now? Monday, we had Jan. Welcome to the gang, brother. Welcome to the gang. And of course, Mickey N.A., welcome to the brotherhood, of course. So big shout out to the Patreon gang for supporting the channel behind the scenes. Puts a big smile on my face, and of course it helps kick forward the channel into another level, boys and girls, another balloon level. So if you are trying to join the VIP gang just like these guys, make sure you check out the link down below. It's patreon.com/Roverseas. So make sure you check it out. It's in the description. Should be also across the screen. And again, if you become you could be the latest brother from another mother, boys and girls, brother from another mother. And of course, there's going to be lots of perks and privileges over the next few months. So I'm going to be tweaking it a little bit, perhaps, because we're doing a lot of live streams these days. Maybe certain patrons can become mods and things like that. So a lot of little inside privileges going on. But anyway, enough about that. Let's take a look at those 3 games, those valuable 3 games to sum. Okay then, folks, of course, Celtic against St Mirren did not happen, but if it did, it would have been a 3-0 win for Celtic. But unfortunately, we'll have to wait and see on that one. We'll have to wait and see between Hamilton and Aberdeen, of course. Did not happen. I went with a 2-1, of course, just to put a note in that one. Of course, Hibs against St Johnstone didn't happen. It was a 2-0 win in my eyes. So the games that did happen, of course, kicking all off with Dundee United against Ross County. Ended up being a 2-1 win for Dundee United. Nicky Clark with a couple of goals there for himself. And Ollie Shaw got the one to go for Ross County, a 2-1 win. I actually went with a 1-1 draw on this one, so shame on me. Shame on me. Meanwhile, Motherwell did pick up a good win against Livingston away from home, 2-0 in the end. My picks are on the right, as you can see. Callum Lang and Tony Watt ex-Rover on score sheet for Motherwell as they took care of the 3 points there. I actually remember the 2-1 win myself. Ain't too shabby. And Rangers took care of business against Kilmarnock, and they actually ended up with a 1-0 win. James Tavern on score sheet. I actually went with the 2-0 win myself. I actually got 2 out of 3. So bad, I didn't even put a little emoji next to it. Of course, that's what I did. This is the table as it stands, though. Right now, Celtic are 9 points adrift of Rangers. Of course, they have a couple of games in hand, so it's not as dark as you think just yet. Hibs not too far behind from second spot. They've actually played just 1 game more than Celtic, so they could still believe. And of course, Aberdeen have got a game in hand on Hibs, so it's actually quite tight between the top 4 sides. Realistically, it's tight between the 4th and 3rd, and also between 2nd and 1st. It is tight. Anyway, that's that. We will slow down. Son Hamilton Academical's going down as it stands. St Mirren not too far away either. But of course, all can change. All can change. Of course, all can change in the prediction league, of course. And again, I want to explain a little bit. That's right. Explain. That's the words. That the overall prediction league in the Scottish Premier is not correct. So don't even think about it, because I'm going to rework it and spend a bit of time working on it in the international break and try and figure it all out, because it's all messed up. But anyway, I'll tell you what is not messed up is this week's leaderboard. We'll take a look at it. This is the criteria again. 0, you get to a red face gang. 1 to 2, you get straight face club. 3, you get top bins, lads. There's a few of those. Roberto Hollis, top bins, smashing it, get it out of there. Deepak the Great, smashing it as well. Got a 100% record. Shane O'Donnell, smashing it. Look at it. Look at Annie's a patron as well. Get in there, my son. Gaming Charlie, smashing it as well. Well done. Look at those show-offs there. Ivan Sugar did bits. Cody Gaho, he did all right as well. And Morris Fratelli, he did bits. Top Banana, killing it. Of course he is. He's one up there. We are keeping on not too bad. Matt Gunner did bits. Well done, Matt Gunner. Of course, Russell Frost did also very well as well. Elgin Cow, he did okay. In fact, he didn't do that good, to be honest with you, but he did okay. Vincent Hung, He did all right. Yannick Buster did bits. Football Mapper did okay. Mark Chapman did all right. Ultra Omamura smashing it with a home run right there. Fernando Hasesca Segaramund did all right. Club Skills did bits. Goma Escaville, not too bad as well. Nathan Eva, down under, did bits. Home run, brother. Brooke did bits as well. Andrew Barrett, not too shabby. And Shabbat. Well done. Let's take a look at it then. This is the leaderboard for this week. This is what does matter right here, right now. Of course, Kingpins right now. Deep out the great game. Charlie McDonough, Moritz Fratelli, Nathan Eva, Roberto Hall, Shadon Ocho, Oma Murat. 100% success rate for this week and this week alone. Don't see that many very often. Of course, this is the leaderboard. Don't look into it. It's a bag of shite, really, because I'm up here. Where am I? I'm up to 22nd. That's a bag of shite, that is. So don't look into it. But as it stands, according to this hokey-pokey messed up thing, Moritz Fratelli is your leader. But let's give him the credit where it is due for the time being. But it's probably all fake news, brothers. It's all fake news. So let's not look into it. It's all gone a bit skew-if over there. So I've got to... It's going to be painful, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to revisit the pickaroonies for these. And then we'll try and clean that up after the international break, of course. But before the international break, we have one more round of matches, and they're coming at you right here, right now. Sticking on with Aberdeen against Hibs, of course. These two sides are 282 times in the past, 122 wins for Aberdeen, 89 wins for Hibs, and 71 draws, of course. The last 6 of these forms, Aberdeen, 1 win for Hibs and 1 draw. They actually played each other earlier in the season. It was at Easter Road. It was a 1-0 win for Aberdeen. Lewis Ferguson off on the penalty spot on the 39th minute to give Aberdeen their big fat W. At Easter Road, however, this is, of course, at Pittodrie. Last time they played each other in Pittodrie was a 3-1 win for Aberdeen. Adam Jackson for the big fat OG, Andrew Considine and Curtis Main on the score sheet for Aberdeen. Meanwhile, Christian Doidge got the 1-0 goal for Hibs. Stephen Whittaker saw red. Hibs have actually kept a clean sheet in 5 of the last 6 matches away from home. Aberdeen actually undefeated in 9 last 10 matches in the Premiership as well. They've also scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 home matches as well. They're coming to this just 1 defeat, actually 1 win in the past 4 for them. Also 1 defeat the past 4, 1 defeat the past 6. And same could be said for Hibs, 1 defeat the past 6. That was, of course, against Hearts in the Scottish FA Cup. Still a bit raw, I think, on that one. Look at the odds on this one: 21-20. Aberdeen I favourites, 30-5 is your away win. That is Hibs. 12-5 is your draw. Aberdeen coming to this in 4th, but a win for them, they could go as high as 2nd in the table, of course, at the expense of Celtic and Hibs. Win for Hibs also could go as high as 2nd as well on the table on this one. It's tight, but unfortunately I'm going to give it to Aberdeen to take the big fat W and also the 3 points with them. Next, Ross County against Livingston. Of course, these two celebrate each other 17 times in the past. 5 wins for Ross County. Livingston picked up 8, and it's been 4 draws, of course. The last 6, though, sees 3 wins for Ross County, 3 wins for Livingston. No draws. Last time I played each other was, in fact, in Livingston earlier in the season. It was a 1-0 win for Livy. John Guthrie on the score sheet for Livingston. Carl Termanco get himself sent off for Ross County. Of course, that's the picture in Ross County. There was a 2-0 win for Ross County. Billy McKay on the score sheet with a couple of goals to give them the 3 points back in February 2020. Livingston have actually failed to win 35 of the last 38 matches away from home. Ross County have actually failed to score in the last 3 home matches this season. It's actually been 3 games without a win for both of these two sides. Livingston actually losing the last 3, and Ross County picking up a draw and 2 defeats in the last 3. So both of these sides in pretty shitty form at the moment, looking for a result. 2-1 for the odds for Ross County for the victory. 12-5 is your draw. 30-10 is your away win. That is Livingston. Livingston coming to this in 10th spot. Ross County are actually in 8th. Win for Ross County, they could actually jump as high as 6th. Win for Livingston, they could go as high as 6th in the process. This one's tight. Too tight to call for me. Gonna go with a 0-0 draw. That's right. Super Jays taking on Kilmarnock. Now these two sides played each other 112 times in the past. 32 wins for the Super Jays, 52 wins for Kilmarnock, and 28 draws. The last 6 though sees 2 wins apiece and 2 draws. The last time I played each other was in Kilmarnock. It was a 2-1 win for Super Jays back in August earlier in the season. Aracha Shabola, extra over on the score sheet, I believe, giving Kilmarnock the lead. David Witherspoon and Michael O'Halloran on the score sheet for Super Jays. Ross Millen got himself sent off on this one. However, last time I played each other in St Joseph was a 2-1 win for the Super Jays back in January 2020. Alistair McCann on the score sheet, David Witherspoon as well. Chris Burke, the 1-0 goal score for Kilmarnock. You got actually go all the way back to 2019. In around about August, actually, 3 games unbeaten for the Super Jays against Kilmarnock on this one. Heading into this, Super Jays have actually failed to score in their 5 of the last 6 matches at home. However, they're actually unbeaten in 4 games across the board, including Scottish League Cup and also Scottish Premiership as well. Scoring quite a bunch of goals as well. Scoring at least 11 goals in the past 4 games total. Meanwhile, Kilmarnock coming to this one win the past 5 for them. That was against Livingston, middle of October, that one. Look at the odds on this one then. It's at 11-10 for Super Jays, 9-4 is your draw. 5-2 is your away win. That is Kilmarnock. Of course, Kilmarnock coming to this in 6th. A win for them, they could go as high as 5th. Super Jays coming to this in 9th, but a win for them, they could go as high as 6th. That's right. And I'm sticking with the home team on this one with a 1-0 1-0 win. Super Jays take it to the house with a win in the end. Super Mirren against Dundee United, of course. These two celebrations 137 times in the past. 39 wins for St Mirren, 66 wins for Dundee United, and 32 draws, pal. See you, by the way. Last 6, those 2 for St Mirren, 3 wins for Dundee United, and 1 draw. Last on the picture, there was at Tannadice. It was a 2-1 win for Dundee United. Lawrence Stracklin on the score sheet. Adrian Sporley on the score sheet as well, with Dylan Connolly against St Mirren's 1-0 goal. Richard Tate got himself sent off. That was, of course, back in September 2020 this season. How last time picture in St Mirren's back in looks like Scottish Premiership. I don't know what's going on here. It's back in May. I'm not sure what the heck this is. It was 1-1 draw, but there was an asterisk next to St Mirren's name there, so I'm not too sure what that's all about. Was it overtime or abandoned or what? It says it's a playoff. It was a Scottish playoff, that's right. It went into extra time, and the St Mirren came out on top with a big fat W. Daniel Mullen on the score sheet. Nicky Clark as well for Dundee United from the penalty spot. Duckins Nazan got himself sent off. St Mirren have actually lost the last 6 matches in the Premiership. They've also lost with a goal margin of 1 in the last 4 matches as well. They're coming to this back-to-back wins, though, St Mirren. They were in the Scottish League Cup, but it's been postponed for the past 3 games, so they're hoping to get back into to at least competitive action this coming match day. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Dundee United just 1 loss of the past 6. That was against Peterhead, pal, in the Scottish League Cup, of course. Look at the odds on this one. Do we have odds? I don't think we have odds. This game is probably postponed, if I'm honest with you. But let's just let's pretend that it's going to take place. Anyway, if a win for Dundee United in 5th, they could remain in 5th, of course, but a win for their opposition, St Mirren, they come into this in 11th, and a win for them, they'll remain in 11th. So it will be match as you were, no matter what goes on. So that's pretty fortunate. I've gone with the 0-0 draw regardless. Gone with the 0-0 regardless. Next up, we have Motherwell against Celtic. This one's a bit fruity, of course. These two celebrations are 284 times in the past. 49 wins for Motherwell, 176 wins for the Celts, of course. 59 draws. The last 6 though season, 6 out of 6 for Celtic. Of course, clean sweep for them. Beat them actually earlier in the season back in August. 3-0 win at over in Glasgow. James Forrest on the score sheet. Ajeti and Julien on the score sheet as well. In fact, last 6 in between Motherwell and Celtic in Motherwell. It's actually in Fir Park. It's up there, lads. You got to go all the way back to 2018 for the last time Motherwell picked up a point or more against Celtic. That was a 1-1 draw as well. Celtic were actually undefeated in the last 16 away matches in the Premiership. They've also scored at least 2 goals in 29 last 33 matches as well. They come into this just 1 win in the past 4 for Celtic. Of course, that was against Aberdeen just the other day. Meanwhile, back-to-back wins for Motherwell. Of course, picking up wins against Ross County and Livingston to boot. So a good bit of form for Motherwell. And heading into 7-1 though for Motherwell. Long shots. 11-4 on Celtic. Are your favourites. 15-4 is your draw. Of course, Celtic coming to this in second. A win for them will remain in second no matter what, unless Hibs breathe down the neck. Flip side, Motherwell coming to sit in 7th, and a win for them, they could go into the top 6 for the first time in a long time, up to 5th as well. I'm sticking with Celtic though. 3-1 win in the end. And finally, as Rangers, of course, league leaders at the moment, taking on Hamilton Academicals. These two celebrations 110 times in the past. 85 wins for the Rangers, 11 wins for Hamilton, and 14 draws, pal. The last 6 finals of Rangers, 1 win for Hamilton, of course. That win for Hamilton was the last time they played each other in Glasgow back in March 2020. It was a 1-0 win, lads. 1-0 win. David Moyo on the score sheet for Hamilton. However, they did play earlier in the season, back in August, just a day after my birthday, of course. It was a 2-0 win for Rangers in Hamilton, and the goal scorers on the day. Ines Hadji on the score sheet, and James Taverner as well. Scott McMahon got himself sent off. Rangers have kept a clean sheet in their 12 of the last 14 matches in the Premiership. They've also won the last 6 matches in the Premiership as well, scoring at least 2 goals in those last 6. They're coming to this at least 5 out of 5 for them. Just 1 win in the past 5 for Hamilton. That was against Ayr in the Scottish League Cup. Look at the odds on this one. 9-1 on Rangers. I favourite. 70-2 is the draw. 50-1 is your away win. That is Hamilton Academicals. Hamilton coming to this bottom of the pops, of course. And for them, they could actually leapfrog St Mirren and put them bottom of the pops with a big fat double. Of course, Rangers coming to this top of the pops, and that's where they'll remain. No matter what is going to happen, Rangers will be top of the pops. And I'm going to go with another 3-0 for Rangers to keep up their unbeaten run and keep up their title push well in control of the blue half of Glasgow. That's what I think will happen in, of course, match day number 14, pal. What do you think will happen? Be sure to get your picks in, of course. This is what the table will look like at the end of it. Hamilton, bottom of the pops. St Mirren a point better off. Rangers, of course, doing very well. Celtic not too far behind, pal. Aberdeen up to 3rd. Hibs down to 4th. Dundee into top 5 or remain in the top 5. That's what I think will happen. Again, be sure to get your picks in, of course. You're trying to be the prediction king, lads. You're trying to be the prediction king. Of course, you're going to beat me and a whole host of the other guys as well. Again, be sure to give the video some love. Smash the thumbs up. Smash subscribe, of course. Keep you bang up to date with all things Scottish Premiership related, Blackburn Royals related, World Football related. We've got it all here under one roof. Ski. Okay, boys, and of course, make sure you give the video some love. Check out the description down below. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. Make sure you go over to Twitch. I'm trying to big up my Twitch following right now. I'm at 130 some as of recording. I'd like to get up to like 500. I know it's a big old ass, but that'd be a big shout out. And again, I'd like to see more of you guys on Twitch moving forward with the restreams. I'm trying to increase my numbers. I've got to get on average around about 75 views. It's a big old ask. It's a tall old ask, but you know, you just don't know. If we get the word out there, and whenever you see me go live, try and head over to the old Twitch for the time being. It's confusing. It's hard trying to float the boats on many different oceans, if you know what I mean. That's it, my friends. That's all I've got for you today. Again, if you want to support the channel in another way, check out the link down below as well. Patreon.com/Roverseas to become the latest brother from another mother. We're trying to get those numbers up as well, so we can maybe turn this into a monster platform, of course, not just for me but for you guys as well. So make sure you check that out. Until then, though, be sure to be safe out there. Of course, lockdown is impending for the most of you guys in Britain, of course. But whatever happens, just be safe out there and let's try and get this COVID under control, so I can come home and see you all guys, and then maybe even catch a game or two. You never know. Until then, though, be safe. I'll be back in your case after the international break. But until then, bye.